Every morning, before the sun even touched the quiet street of Maple Avenue, Emma unlocked the doors of her small cafe. It wasn't much, chipped paint, old wooden chairs, but it was hers, her dream, her escape from a past she never talked about. But lately, something, or rather someone, had been haunting her mornings. A homeless man. He sat quietly on the sidewalk across from her cafe, not asking for food, not holding a sign, just watching. First, Emma felt uneasy. She told herself not to overthink it. This was the city, after all. People came and went, but there was something in his eyes. Not anger, not desperation, something else, something familiar. Every time she looked up from the counter, she found him sitting in the same spot, hands clasped, eyes lowered, as if carrying a weight too heavy for words. Maybe he just needs food, her employee Lily whispered one morning. But Emma shook her head. He's not hungry for food, she said quietly, not sure how she knew that. He's hungry for something else. She started to notice the small details. The way he never accepted coins from passersby. The way he flinched when someone shouted. And one morning, when their eyes accidentally met, she saw it. A flash of pain so raw, so personal, that her breath caught in her throat. For reasons she couldn't explain, she started leaving a cup of coffee outside every morning, near his spot. No words, no questions, just coffee. And each day it was gone by the time she looked again. But on the 7th morning, when she stepped out, the cup was still there, untouched. Instead, there was a folded note placed beside it. Emma hesitated, then picked it up. Her hands trembled as she read the first line. I'm not here for charity. I'm here because I need your forgiveness. Emma froze. Her heart pounded as she stared at the note in her hand. Those few words felt like they cracked open a door she had kept locked for years. Forgiveness? For what? Who was this man? That day, she couldn't focus. Her hands shook as she poured coffee. Her voice wavered when she greeted customers. Every sound felt distant, like her mind was somewhere else. 10 years back, in a place she swore she'd never return to. By evening, the man was still there. The wind was harsh, the sky gray, yet he didn't move. Emma wiped her hands on her apron and finally stepped outside. He looked up, and in that one look, she felt her knees weaken, because she recognized him. His beard was overgrown, his clothes torn, his hair streaked with gray. But those eyes, she had seen them before. Years ago. Michael, she whispered. The man's lips trembled. Emma, he said softly. You remember. Her world tilted. Michael Reynolds, the man who once ruined her family's life. The man responsible for her father's downfall. Memories hit her like shards of glass. Her father's cafe closing, the bankruptcy papers, the nights she heard her parents arguing about money. All because Michael, their former accountant, had made a mistake. Except it wasn't a mistake. He had taken the money and disappeared. And now here he was, sitting in rags, outside her cafe. Emma's voice shook with anger. Why are you here? Haven't you done enough? Michael lowered his head. I deserve your anger. Every word of it. He coughed, his hands trembling as he held a worn-out wallet. From it, he pulled a faded photograph, a picture of a young girl holding an ice cream cone. My daughter, he said quietly. She died last winter. I couldn't afford her treatment. I lost everything. I thought money would make me safe, but it destroyed me. Emma's chest tightened. He looked broken, not just in appearance, but in spirit. I've been walking for months, he continued, looking for you, not to ask for help, but to say I'm sorry. I know I can't undo what I did, but I couldn't die without asking for your forgiveness. Tears blurred her vision. Her father's face flashed in her mind. The man who taught her kindness, who once said, bitterness doesn't heal, it only chains you to the past. But still, the wound was deep. Too deep. Emma's voice cracked. Do you have any idea what you cost us? My father, he never recovered. He died blaming himself. Michael's shoulders shook. I know, and I'll carry that until my last breath. For a long moment, there was only silence, the kind that sits heavy between two people who've both lost too much. Finally, Emma turned away. Leave, she said quietly. Please, just don't come back. Michael nodded slowly, his eyes wet. He picked up the untouched cup of coffee and whispered, "Thank you for even listening." Then he walked away into the night. But something inside Emma wouldn't rest. Even after closing time, even after the lights went out, she sat alone in the empty cafe, staring at the note he had left behind. There was a second line she hadn't noticed before. A line written faintly in smudged ink. "Your father forgave me before he died. He told me to find you and make things right." That night, Emma didn't sleep. Her father's voice echoed in her head, calm, gentle, always forgiving. He used to say, "People make terrible mistakes when they forget they still have a heart." But could she really forgive him? The man who destroyed everything? The man whose greed had turned her childhood into ashes? Yet the line from the letter kept haunting her. "Your father forgave me before he died." How could that be? Her father had never mentioned it. Or maybe he wanted her to find out on her own. The next morning, she walked the same path Michael had taken the night before. The streets were quiet, the world still waking up. She searched near the park, under the old bridge, anywhere he might have gone to sleep. After nearly an hour, she found him. Curled up beside a church wall, half asleep, his coat soaked from the early rain. "Michael," she said softly. He startled, then tried to sit up. "I'll go," he muttered, thinking she came to chase him away. But Emma shook her head. "No, I came to talk." He blinked in disbelief. "Talk?" She nodded, her voice trembling. "My father, he forgave you. And maybe that's what he'd want me to do too." Michael's eyes filled with tears, the kind that come from years of regret finally finding release. "I don't deserve that," he whispered. "I don't deserve anything from you." Emma knelt beside him. "Maybe not, but forgiveness isn't something people earn. It's something we choose, so we can stop carrying the pain." He broke down then, covering his face with shaking hands. For the first time in years, someone had spoken to him with kindness. She handed him a small paper bag, a sandwich, a cup of coffee, and a folded card. "What's this?" he asked, his voice weak. "My cafe opens early," she said. "If you're ever ready to start again, I could use some help fixing the old storeroom. It's not charity. It's a job." Michael stared at her, unable to speak. Weeks passed, and slowly, the man who once destroyed her father's business began rebuilding hers. He cleaned tables, repaired furniture, stayed late every night. Customers noticed him, the quiet man who never asked for anything but worked like he was paying off a debt to the universe. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the cafe windows, Michael stood beside Emma. "I used to think success was about money," he said. "Now I see. It's about peace." Emma smiled faintly. "And peace only comes when you stop running from your past." He nodded, tears glinting in his eyes. "For years, I thought I was begging for survival," he said quietly. "But what I really needed was forgiveness. Sometimes the people who hurt us the most are the ones who are hurting themselves even more. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting. It means freeing yourself from the weight of what they did. Because when you let go of hate, you make space for something far more powerful, healing. And that's what Emma did. Not for him, but for herself. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It transforms it. It turns pain into wisdom and endings into new beginnings. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs a reminder that second chances can change everything. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that heal, inspire, and remind us what being human truly means.